When it comes to a crisis, I think it's all about prioritization because I don't think we are going to have the same resources that we used to have, especially in a crisis situation. I think both of these crises were very unprecedented events which we have never experienced in our lives. Also, both the events brought us disruptions which we have never imagined before. When it's come to COVID, it's all about getting adjusted to the new norms and taking care of safety of the people. When it's come to the economic crisis, it's all about how to face the hard times that people have to face because of emerging hyperinflation situation, as well as access to the essentials, which was really short supplies few months back.
If you look at the COVID, it was more about restricting the movement and also the safety of the people. So we had the dilemma of deciding between ensuring that the medicines available across the nation, at the same time ensuring the safety of our people. And also about the leadership, about the empowerment of the people. It's all about ensuring that the people are given the authority to take decisions without having to always treat up the hierarchy, because quick decision making was most important point at that time. We were quite successful in both of that, to ensuring that the medicine is available, at the same time ensuring that our people's safety and well-being is always looked after. Economic crisis was slightly different. There, the biggest challenge we faced was about availability of foreign currency. It is the case there, it is the case even now. But then again, at the same time, fuel shortages had a huge impact on the supply chain.
When a crisis like this happened, where you need to make calls on the ground. So we had to empower our teams and making sure that they have quick access to the management, that they can get any support for decisions. So empowerment first happened. I think thirdly, when it comes to a crisis, I think it's all about prioritization, because I don't think we are going to have the same resources that we used to have, especially in a crisis situation. So we have to carefully analyze and understand what are the initiatives, what are the projects that are going to have a bigger impact on our business outcome. So making sure and selecting that is something that we have done. I think Hemas is one of the organizations who believes in strong corporate governance. We have frequent risk reviews, frequent contingency plannings. It inculcates a culture within us for the manage for contingency, so that our teams are quite resilient, and when approach comes, I think the culture was inbuilt to a great extent.
We understood the value of having not only empowering team, but also having the team who believe in a purpose, that there's a wider reason and a wider purpose in everything that they do.
It's about controlling what you can control. What happens in a crisis like this, it's very complex, and there are many things beyond your control which you can't do anything about it. But what happens is, generally, we start overthinking about it and get quite a lot of energy out from you, and then we ultimately become demotivated. One thing which I learned is, if you start controlling what you can control, you can find avenues and navigate businesses to go through these crises. Second thing is about building agile and flexible structures, because crises require quick decisions. So we need to empower teams and provide structure that they can attend to a certain problem, challenge the status quo, and make decisions. That's important. So we made quite a lot of cross-functional teams with multidisciplines people. So we had a lot of know-how coming into the cross-functional teams, and we believe in flat structures, and we change certain things. And the best learning is work on much flatter structure than hierarchical structures that will fast track your decision making, and more quickly you can respond for the crises. I think the other thing which still I am learning is how to be calm under pressure, because what happens is with the crisis is you have to make numerous number of decisions, and sometimes you may not have the sophisticated analytics in your table to make the decision. You may not have all the information. You may have to make an intuitive call. For you to make calls based on intuition, you need to have the peace of mind and the calmness, so which is something which I learned during last 2.5 years. it's about building empowered teams. So what happens is, if we empower teams and help them to make decisions and learn during the process, this culture will automatically come in.
Have cross-functional team been created for many areas. There, the issue is that each member has an ability and an opportunity to contribute their functional expertise and also knowledge, have the gain and knowledge about the rest of the organization event. We also created a second layer team, which is called PET, a Performance Excellence Team. The idea here again was operational managers, a second layer team, come together and discuss and come into an understanding about how to group their team effort, at the same time ensuring that functional expertise along with the organizational wide benefit is looked into in their decision making. When you have that, naturally a team of agile team comes into picture. Last 3 years has been a roller coaster, and there are a lot of learnings in that period that you have learned. First is to figure out, what things that you did right, perhaps things that you missed, and things that you will differently do, and ensure that those learnings don't move away and that they become part of the DNA of the organization in whatever the planning that we do. Second is also about the learnings, the other learnings that we have done. We understood the value of having an empowered team. We understood, more importantly, that having and inculcating a partnership relationship with our suppliers, because those suppliers had the best interest of the country and the patients during the most difficult time the Sri Lanka faced, and we as an organization went through. Sri Lanka will bounce back. Sri Lanka will come out of the difficulties that we face, and that time we want to ensure that we are in the right place and to move forward, even taking a leadership position even further. So there we will ensure that we invest heavily behind the technology, because technology is one area that's going to take us forward, and also the training and development of our people. So we have a better structure, we have empowered and a stronger team to take the organization forward.
There's a purpose that we can really drive as a part of the strategy to ensure that we build a brand and nurture a brand that is going to be homegrown, a local brand that is going to resolve quite a lot of problems of the nation.